I'm so pleased to be joined by representatives of Donate Life California, the DMV, and the CHP for today's event to help ensure Californians understand the critical need for every person to sign up to be an organ donor. This is a very personal issue to me. In 1995, my mother was diagnosed with chronic renal failure, and she would spend the next 7 years of her life going for dialysis 3 days a week. Now, my mother was never a good candidate for an organ transplant, but over those years of spending time with her at dialysis, we got to meet a lot of other people who were good candidates for transplant, several of whom benefited from transplants and a few who passed away never having received a transplant that could have saved their lives. 8 years ago last week, my father died, and he had been in a horrible car accident. But as my siblings and I wrestled with the emotions of losing him, we had solace in the fact that we knew that my father was an organ and tissue donor. And in his death, he was able to improve the lives of others. And that was very important to us. Thousands of Californians have similar stories, and we need to do more to encourage Californians to make the choice to become organ donors. Currently, more than 113,000 people are on the National Organ Transplant waiting list. 20% of those patients are registered in California. Unfortunately, we also know the sad truth that of the 113,000 Americans currently on the waiting list, thousands will lose their lives before an organ becomes available. That's why we have to work to increase awareness of organ donation. A donation of tissue can save or enhance the lives of 50 people. A single blood donation can help 3 people in need. Over the past few years, I've authored legislation to include organ donation information in California's health curriculum for high school students so that they have the information necessary to make informed decisions. And together, we've worked to ensure that Medi-Cal patients have the best possible chance of living a healthy life after receiving a donated organ by extending the amount of time that a patient receives anti-rejection medication coverage from 1 year to 2. These are important steps, but we know that our work is not done until everybody in the state understands the importance of organ donation and until we continue on our effort to grow the number of Californians registered to be organ donors.